A very good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Trailfinders Sports Club and the start of our coverage of Round 7 of Premiership Women's Rugby. 2 weeks before Christmas is normally the time for Christmas movies to start dropping in. And if they teach us anything, life is about second chances, about redemption. Now, the rugby equivalent of that is the long journey back from an injury. Now, Trailfinders today are exhibiting 3 players who have made their way out of the physio room, which is where we find my co-commentator at the moment, unfortunately, Flo Long, tight head prop for Trailfinders, who's on the long-term injury list. But Flo, great to see the 3 players for Trailfinders who've made it out and onto the pitch today. Ellie Boatman in the backs, Cara Brinkat in the pack, and of course Celia Kwanzaa as well on the bench. You must be quite proud of the journey that they are taking.
Yeah, massively. I feel like a proud mum. I've been in the gym with them 4 or 5 times a week, seeing how hard they all work, and yeah, without a doubt, they've all completely earned it. So I can't wait to watch them.
Now, it's quite a thing being injured. Everyone has their way of doing it, getting back. Trailfinders have a way too. Tell us about graduation and how that works.
Yeah, so we've actually got a cap and gown for people that graduate rehab club. It's not a club anyone ever really wants to be a part of, so trying to make the exit from that as happy as possible is the biggest thing for us. Yeah.
And mentally wise, what are they going through ahead of this match today? That the physical contact, getting involved in that, there'll be nerves around the injury. I mean, there must be.
Yeah, I think for all the girls, there is an element of nerves, but I've been out on pitch with a few of them and watched them work on those areas that are making them particularly nervous to put themselves in the best headspace possible. I think they're a credit to themselves, and they're all massively professional in that sense. They want to put their best foot forward, so they've done everything possible, whether that's physically or mental, to get going. Well,
look, we want to see you out there. As great as it is to have your company today, it will be fantastic. But tell us about yourself and how long it's been and what injury you have.
So I actually currently have a spinal cord injury. I've got a herniated disc in my neck, which is compressing my spinal cord. So I've been out since February. I got injured with Exeter Chiefs last season. So yeah, turned up injured. I was like, sorry, Barney, here I am. But yeah, huge amounts of support here, and I can't wait to hopefully take the field some point in the future with these girls.
Well, it's great to have your company today, to stay involved in this way as well. So well done to you, and we look forward to the comeback when it does occur. Today, let's see what all this is about from the point of view of the 2 DORs. We're starting with Trailfinders' Barney Maddison. Before we get there, though, we'll have a look at our tables. Let's recap on where things sit right now. Leicester Tigers coming in with that first bonus point of the season under their belts against Quins last weekend. So they come into today with a lot of confidence. Trailfinders with 2 wins on the board. They've blown hot and cold so far this season, but they were brilliant against Gloucester Hartpury last weekend. Can they back it up at home today? Well, we are the start of today's 3 fixtures. Exeter Chiefs face Saracens over on TNT Sports later on at 3:05. Harlequins then round off the day at 5:30 p.m. against the Sale Sharks. That's on YouTube as well, so join us for that. Tomorrow it's BBC iPlayer and the 3 p.m. kickoff down at Shaftesbury Park. Bristol Bears against Loughborough Lightning. So another stacked weekend of PWR action. So now we will bring you the voices and the thoughts of Barney Maddison and Fraser Gocher. They spoke to Alex Crofts earlier on.
So Barney, last week your team was really close to getting the job done at Gloucester Hartpury. Lots of changes to the team that started that one. What's the thinking there?
Yeah, we had 2 tough games back to back, so obviously had Saracens into Gloucester, so naturally we probably had to make some changes, freshen up the squad as such, but yeah.
And first start for Maya Roos today alongside the return of Ellie Boatman. How much of a boost will those 2 give you?
Oh, massively. Like, Maya's been around for a couple of weeks now, and what she's already added to the squad's huge. And again for Ellie, she's come off the back of a long injury layoff period, and it's really good to see her back out there.
And Celia Kwanzaa amongst the replacements today. How important is she going to be towards the end of today's match?
Oh, she's massive again. She's come off the back of a really long injury layout, so it's just really good to see her back out on pitch. I'm looking forward to seeing her play.
Fraser, a first point in the league last week. What's the mood been like in camp since that?
Yeah, really positive. I think the girls can start to see sort of like the hard work that we're putting in on the training ground, and those little contact skills that we're focusing on really put into action and reaping the benefits of that. So we're really excited to see if that continues today.
And Kristen Bitter moving to fullback this week with Abby Lee Priestnell in at 10. What's the thinking there?
Look, it was more just sort of managing Tess Fury a little bit. She's just carrying a little niggle that we're conscious of. So it's also a really good opportunity for Abby Lee to get her first start at 10 and show what she can do. And we're really excited to see that.
And the opponents today, Trailfinders, they tend to do a lot of running with the ball in hand. What's your strategy to deal with that?
We're just going to do what we do best, and that's going to be as physical as possible and make life as hard as possible. And then when we've got the ball, we like to throw it around a little bit ourselves, so it should be a really good game today.
The thoughts from the top, and these are the selections of both DORs. Trailfinders women making 9 changes in all to the team that ran Gloucester Hartpury so close last weekend. They bring in Maya Roos for a first start, the black Fern. She'll be wearing number 5. She says she joined the club because she got FOMO of plenty of her friends who have already been signed up to the PWR. She's now joining the fray. Hayley Head, she is the only retained starter from last weekend. She'll wear 7. Kate Zachary comes back in for a starting role at number 8 and will captain the team. Ella Amory, more known as a scrum half, she's playing 10 today. Jess Cooksey comes in alongside Ellie Boatman, who's making a return after 295 days of absence from playing rugby. And there's returners on the bench, as mentioned. Celia Kwanzaa wearing 22, an outing in Dubai to test the legs and the body in every single way. But she's past that. She's here signing up for PWR work as well. Emia Wren was initially announced as the number 23, but Grace White has come in to replace her. And we also expect to see Tanya Kalunivali, the Black Fern, as well, making a PWR debut for Trailfinders today. Much more consistency in selection for the Leicester Tigers after seeking a bonus point against Quins and getting it at Welford Road last weekend. The changes are, though, significant ones. They're at 10, with Abby Lee Priestnell getting a first start of the campaign. In place of Kristen Bitter, the USA international, she shifts to fullback in place of Tess Fury, who's being rested after a slight injury, we understand, picked up last weekend. Consistency elsewhere, though, with Georgie Lingham and Emily Henrik in the centres. Up front, there is a rotation with Lauren Poole coming in ahead of Ellie Smith, who is on the bench instead. Those two switching round to keep things fresh in the front row for Fraser Gocher and his Leicester Tigers as they are on the prowl for a first win of the season. And this is the bench with Jenny Maxwell, so much experience, wearing 21 as well. Hermione Farmer wearing 19, someone who came through an open selection in pre-season to book her contract with Tigers this year. And there is Ellie Smith, who will be poised to come off the bench and wreak havoc when she gets a chance. It's a wonderful day in southwest London. It really is. Ealing Trailfinders Sports Club, it looks resplendent today, and we are waiting the arrival of the players. The tunnel is ready from the flag bearers. The flag wavers are being told to stand back to make way for the players as they come out onto the pitch here. And Trailfinders aiming for a big response. The last time they played here, Saracens took them to task, and it's been festering for them. It was writ large in their performance last weekend against the champions. They exercised a few demons with that one, but now they've got to do it at home and put Vallis Way and Trailfinders Sports Club and start rebuilding that prospects and threat for opposing teams. So the Tigers face this lot now. Kate Zachary, the captain. She's been involved in every match of the season so far, but she was rested last weekend, now captaining the side. And plenty of changes which Trailfinders will have to work through in the opening quarter of the match, you sense, as they look to find their groove again. Here's Kristen Bitter in a fullback role today. Plays much more in a back 3 role for the USA. So she is well used to taking on the number 15 duty. Tigers may miss her playmaking abilities, however. So, Michael Lamb is our referee, assisted by Daryl Chapman and Mike Maple. There's Ella Amory taking the place of Claire Gallagher at 10. Gallagher has been starting the last 4 matches at 10, has brought a lot of flair to that role, as well as attractive kicking game. Amory will be under pressure at 10 today, but she's got off to a brilliant start in putting that one right up into the sun, and Trailfinders claiming it back from kickoff. And they'll look to go and find that Trailfinders groove right from the off. Brooke Bradley at scrum half. There's Amory. Just keeps hold of things and causes a little bit of an issue here for Tigers as they're opened up on the left-hand side. Here's Laughlin, cuts in. Vicky Laughlin already seeking the try line, and Trailfinders opening up with the most comprehensive of beginnings. Back at home and in the groove right away.
That is Vicky Laughlin doing what Vicky Laughlin does best, stretching her legs.
Try last weekend, hasn't taken her long to get her try scoring boots on today. Under a minute.
Yeah, so lovely 2-on-1 on the edge, and then Laffer's using her pace and her upper body strength as well to get in for the try.
So Rosie Inman taking the place of Meg Jones with the kicking duties today. Struck it straight, but just drifting in the air. So Trailfinders stay at 5. And the 2 wingers involved, but Inman not converting that one. So Tigers caught a little cold, and Bitter goes back to it. Taken by Niamh Gallagher. Start for the Irish under-20s at fullback. Tigers in the very light green today. Trailfinders in their usual attire. Flicked away nicely by Le Barry. Emerson Allen into contact. Tigers have really shown their attacking instincts in recent matches. They start and they stick to a bold strategy in attack. And when they do that across the 80, it pays dividends. 4 tries last weekend, despite Quinn's hitting 50.
Remember what we agreed in the change rooms, ladies? Slow, steady,
It was the fact that they didn't go into their shells at all. In fact, they boxed their way out of every tight corner they were in. And despite that start, they really do come into today with a lot of confidence, and they should do as well. Great position this though for Trailfinders.
Set.
And they hold firm. Zachary
Back on.
goes down the blind side. Little straighten, and somehow she cleaves her way 10 metres forward. Almost with footwork more than her power there, Kate Zachary. Cooksey fights away the first defender, and Georgie Lingham. That 9-10 channel is often targeted by opponents for Tigers. They've got to shore it up well today. So Bradley now into Head's hands. Hayley Head.
She was good, no advantage coming from the offside.
So we'll come all the way back for the penalty. The scrum up and running, Flo, for Trailfinders, looking solid.
Yeah, I think it's a real opportunity for Canna for her first start to put a marker down. Also, Cass coming off the bench last week, I think made a real impact. So it's a big opportunity for her as well.
Goodness me, she made impacts in everyone she ran into, didn't she?
Yeah, you should see her at training.
Yeah. Canna Williams, the Wales under-20 from last year, who taking her first start today. Now a test of the set piece. Up at the front goes Brinkat on her return to the PWR after a long, lengthy layoff. Former Worcester Valkyrie. And she's leading the Trailfinders towards the line here. It's splintering for Tigers. They do defend it, however. Zachary picks and goes and rolls, and it's down. Captain Kate crosses for Trailfinders second off the back of a part of their game plan, which was exposed brutally by Gloucester Hartpury last weekend, but the rolling maul for Trailfinders this time sees them land 5 points. So Kate Zach at typical pace and dictating things float.
Yeah, you can see her experience there. She knows exactly where they are. She knows exactly what she needs to do to get over the line.
Inman not had the two most straightforward kicks to settle herself.
No. We go again, no charge on this one. I need her to clearly move. No charge.
So Tigers, the law states that as soon as a player has started their run-up, players can therefore, from the try line after a conversion, try and shut it down. But Inman was adjudged by the referee not to have begun her run-up. So we have a reset. And she's landed that one, Rosie Inman.
I need her to clearly move off the mark.
Off to a great start from the tee.
Okay.
Trailfinders 12, Leicester Tigers nil. How much are you talking to each other in these situations, these rolling mauls? Is it one voice or is it everyone offering advice on where to turn next?
I think an example of that would have been Cara. You could see her shouting at everyone from the middle of that. So we're all talking to each other. Whether or not we can hear each other when our heads are in there is a completely different story.
But everyone's giving advice and hopefully people are picking it up.
Yeah, precisely. We're all trying our best, which is what matters.
Maya Roos going straight through and earning a penalty.
Number one must roll.
Off Brooke Bradley goes, doesn't want to hang around here. Trailfinders enjoying themselves already in the sun at Vallis Way. And here's one of their returning contingent, Ellie Boatman, going into contact for the first time. She came back from rupturing all 3 hamstring muscles in February. It's good closing down defence from Emily Henrik. That was an important tackle to make. And Tigers need to cling on to everything right now because Trailfinders are in the mood. Haiti Head. Amory sizes up the defence and sees Gallagher on the inside. Neve Gallagher stretches away, and it's another for the Trailfinders, who are ticking off the numbers. Neve Gallagher off an Amory inside pass. It was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, Neve Gallagher is definitely a one to watch. She's performed really well for Brunel Uni. She's performed really well for Trailfinders so far this season as well. So I would expect to see a lot more from her. Also great off the tee. We've got a bunch of kicking options, and Neve is one of those.
Filling the hole left by Julia Shell's ACL injury. Real blow that felt like at the time for Trailfinders, and it still does, but Gallagher filling the gap, and great chance for her. Inman slots over another. 19 points to 0. We're not even at 10 minutes. Flow-long Trailfinders can go through scores, we know that, but right from the off like this, it's impressive.
This will be exactly what we were looking for. I think especially after that Sarries game, being able to come back against Gloucester like that and losing by 1 point, there's a bit of unfinished business there, and we want to win, especially with Christmas coming up. So, yeah, we want to lay a marker down, and I think we're doing exactly that so far.
So the injury here to Leicester Tigers. I think it's Charlotte Daly from their right wing. And they'll take their time with that. And Flo has Julia Schell joined the physio room, and I guess a very downbeat Julia Schell at the moment. But what can you tell us about how she's doing?
I think, to be honest with you, like as rough as it is, we all know sort of what the drill is with an ACL. She's handling it. She seems to be handling it fantastic, to be honest. Like, she's straight into rehab club with us all, doing everything she can for recovery, jumping on that game ready. We've also started seated spike ball as a fun rehab game, which means it's really inclusive for those of us who are off feet. So Jules is, she is like the spike ball queen, so she's doing really well at that.
Okay, but presumably lots of you have many more weeks of advantage on Julia Schell at spike ball.
Yeah, but she's already winning, so yeah, it's rough.
Okay.
For me, who's been in since pre-season, for Jules to come in and just start beating us all is quite rough.
From the rugby pitch to the sitting spike ball arena, well,
we've got to keep morale high somehow, whatever way we can, and spike ball is that for us at the moment.
Okay.
That's great. Well, see it played in parks a lot. I've not played it myself, but in the summer, by the summer, well, hopefully you're not in the physio room still in the summer, Flo, we, of course. But yeah, by the summer, anyone who is still had all those months of practice will be able to look like a spike ball pro in the parks when the sun is beating down.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's the aim, really. If rugby doesn't work out for me, then spike ball's going to be the way to go.
Making her way off now, I think. Yeah, okay, we're good.
So Tiana Gordon is also off for Tigers. But that injury had already happened by the time that we saw this try be run in. I think it may be a clash of heads, two Tigers together, and Tiana Gordon is off for a check. So we'll show her the best as well. Tigers will miss her power from the base of the scrum. While she's away, Amory doesn't take this cleanly. Charged down by Tigers, that put pressure on Amory. Trailfinders from 10 metres in front of their own line.
9 U's, timings, ladies.
Bradley with her third start of the season at 9 today.
Number 5.
And Flo, one of the points that was picked up after Trailfinders' loss to Saracens was that when the scores started coming, the team didn't put the brakes on in the right way. They didn't manage to change the dynamic of things. And that's the challenge for Tigers right now, because 19 points down is recoverable, but not if you ship any more than that. You really are in deep water.
Yeah, I think showing some grit and determination is a huge aspect of the game, and having experience in those half-back positions as well, to manage the game as best as you possibly could, is probably something that Tigers don't necessarily have, is that knowledge and that game experience in the Premiership. So, it's something that they'll have to dig deep and find, I think.
Kind of experience that can only be gained by bearing a few scars of times when you didn't.
Yeah, you've just got to do it, and I think the Trailfinders team is full of, has got a few of the ex-Worcester players in it, and for sure my time at Worcester we experienced a few of those times we had to dig deep. So, it's just one of them where you have to get through it and you learn a lot from it.
Crouch.
Best attacking position of the match for Tigers.
Set.
Chance for Abby Lee Priestnell to unlock the playbook. Here is Priestnell. Pop pass into Emily Henrich's hands. USA international, she carries well. And the next wave. And Tigers can go through the phases and really stretch teams to an edge as well. Here's Bitter. That's nicely done by Kristen Bitter. Lovely pop pass. Gets it back on the inside. Bitter's impact from fullback starting to tell. And Tigers invade the sovereignty of Trailfinders' 22 for the first time. Penalty comes off the back of it. Well, it's been 12 minutes of one-way traffic. Tigers' first outing. And they make it count. Bitter striding through Trailfinders' defence.
On the 5, yep.
Big hit from Maya Rees there. I think it's just Hayley Head getting involved a little bit after, not rolling, that's given that away.
Tigers' chance from the line out. Mika Gunter. They have one of the most successful lineouts in the PWR, Leicester Tigers, right now. It's a slick machine. Once they get it down, though, can they make it pay? Gunter is in there. In comes Charlotte Daly as well. Trailfinders managed to sack it and they've turned it around.
Down by right. Incomplete move.
It was a near impossible job to do that to Gloucester Hartpury last weekend. And Trailfinders counted the cost, but they have stopped Tigers at the first effort.
Let's go, ladies. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Trailfinders under more pressure this time. Zachary goes for the wider exit route. And she does really well, tackling from Morgan Richardson, Leicester's captain today.
Number 3, never on side.
So the scrum battle flow may be something more of a contest after a couple of Trailfinders' efforts on the ascendancy. Tigers had the edge there.
Yeah, I think you can hear both front rows at least trying to problem solve and see how they can get the upper hand. It's a close one to call at the moment, and I think it is just similar to what we said about the game management. It's going to come down to grit, and it's going to come down to who's willing to fight.
Tigers not short of class and experience in that front row with Lauren Poole, Mika Gunter and Nadine Vincent.
Options, please, Leicester. Options.
It's great to see Lauren Poole, especially on the field. 37 years of age now, Lauren Poole. Joined Leicester in the summer. Have to give a big shout out to Biggleswade, where she's a physio, an ex-player as well. They are extremely proud of their Tigers number 1. Here's Gunter, the South African international, with the line out again. It works out nicely. 92% Trailfinders with line out success last weekend against Quins. And they're boasting those sort of numbers so far from the line out. Now can they make dents in Trailfinders' defence? Much more like it from the Tigers. They've come to play now. This is bouncing around and collected and beautifully offloaded as well. And here's Kasikova for the first time, the Slovakian international. Russell, slip pass into Captain Richardson's hands. There's Poole, looks for support and finds it. Zachary trying to ruin the ball. Lingham at first receiver. Abilene Priestnell just gets it away. That was important. There's a chance here for Charlotte Daly on the right wing. Daly drives hard, rolls into Gallagher, who just about brings her down. 5 metres short. Tigers needing something here. Denny Ross. And the penalty again against Leicester for holding on. But they are starting to bubble with a little more ferocity, these Leicester Tigers.
Yeah, this is a great bit of front foot ball from them, really showing their pace on the edge. Yeah, fantastic. I think if they just had a little bit support there a little bit quicker, then it might have been a different story.
Trailfinders not having been outside their half, but a good while. Now that's play on, although it wasn't straight, and by a long way it wasn't straight. Tigers didn't challenge, so Niamh Swales is allowed to head onwards. And Trailfinders do just that. Swales with it under her arm, smuggles it backwards. Bradley lets it go. Tigers this time, robbing the ball back. Well, what was good about that flow initially, and why did it then break down for Trailfinders?
I think we had like real tightness at the front there. The fact that we managed to get on like such a trundle on when they didn't go up and compete is a huge testament to the strength of our lifting pod. But back to it again, that fight and that grit that Tigers showed there to stay in the fight and legally pull that down and win the ball back.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Laberry feeds, gets it back. Good platform for the Tigers. Lingham to the line. That's good from Georgie Lingham. Typical break from the inside centre. Has started every game for the Tigers this campaign. Daly coming into things much more. Ever since having to be bandaged up, she's decided to release the shackles and head into every part of Tigers' play. Laberry, Henrik, Lingham. Again, she breaks the line. And Laberry goes to the skies. Underneath this is Gallagher. Watch that very nicely. Abby Lee Priestnell goes back. First start at 10 in the PWR this season. And that's a little risky, but Bitter says thank you very much, although it was a forward pass in the offing. Priestnell dialing up the risk factor with that one.
I think the pressure that Niamh put on, being able to go from the kick to chasing that hard, is huge, and the fact that I think it was Ellie Boatman was there in support as well. Probably slightly a forced error there. Really good pressure from Trailfinders.
Time is off.
But much more of an even keel since those first 10 minutes, Flo.
Yeah.
Tigers just turning up 10 minutes too late to have a say in those first 3 tries of Trailfinders.
Yeah, I think if the game had started like this, it would be a completely different story. I think Tigers have been really unlucky not to get a few points on the board. Yeah, I think Trailfinders have done really well to hold them out. But we've seen some really exciting ball from the Tigers girls.
I think if you haven't caught all that much of the Tigers this season, but you've seen some of the score lines, you would have thought, sheesh, this is a tricky season for them. But the last 2 matches, Loughborough against Quinn and then Quinn's last weekend, they have improved so much. The arc of their improvement is most impressive, and despite the scoreline as it is, the evidence from what you see on the field, when the likes of Lingham is playing things to the line and the forwards are backing her up and they're playing edge to edge as well. They're in no way do they play a restricted game plan at all. They still work it as hard as they can. The Trailfinders, though, are at speed again, and here's Laughlin, and she's breaking through the tackles once more. 4 out of the way, fighting to get it down. But not quite finding the paint.
Held up.
Well, Tigers have come up with something special there. Laughlin was just dishing out the treatment.
Yeah, Trailfinders create a 2-on-1 there, and then Laffers cuts back in and has to fight about 3 or 4 of them off. Testament to them to get under that ball and hold that up.
I think it's Abby Lee Priestnell who has come up with the goods there. Bitter goes long. Ella Amory, whose offload agency has been involved in recruiting 2 of the Tigers players in the 23 today. That's how influential she's been in their season. It's quite a business that she's got going off the field. And more than a business, but a community that she's building, bringing players to the PWR and helping clubs fill gaps wherever needed. Those 2 players that she's brought through, Enika Laberry, by the way, and Wako Kitano, who we should see in the second half.
She's offside. We can't play through that. Back we come. High. Number 12.
I mean, recruitment for players, Flo, it's different to in the men's game, isn't it? How does it quite work?
Well, obviously the glaringly obvious factor is the fact that it's very rarely a job for any of us. Well, for me personally anyway, a lot of my decisions are based around culture and what's going to be best for me as a person, not particularly a player. I think pretty much all of us have to think about that life after rugby and life outside rugby as we do it. So being able to offer a good life balance is a huge factor in why players pick clubs. And I think as well, obviously for those players with those international aspirations, being able to pick on where's going to support you best to be the best player on top of that as well. So, yeah.
And Trailfinders for yourself, what's the package? How does it work? Is there a good job opportunities in West London? Is that part of the attraction?
So I was lucky enough actually to get a job with the Community Foundation. I was actually working full-time as a postman before that. So,
nice.
So, yeah, a bit of a change. Definitely a change of pace from those 5 a.m. starts. So I've managed to cut my hours to be part-time, and I'm absolutely loving, obviously, being out injured, being able to still be involved in the club as much as I possibly can, and get to know the community a bit as well. I'm originally from Bristol, so the Southwest is home to me. So, yeah, coming here was a bit daunting. But it's massively welcoming, and the Community Foundation and the community as a whole is great here. I love it.
And you mentioned that it's a short walk for you to here as well. You could probably point out exactly where you live here. Yeah. The garden backs onto Trailfinders Sports Club, does it?
Yeah, my back gate actually opens just by the tennis courts at the corner of the pitch. So, you can see by those flags over there, you can see them.
Well,
Let's go, please.
it's just to the right, actually, of our picture, so it's just when we pan into Tigers when they're in the 22 for Ealing, we'll come back to you and we'll spot your garden.
Yeah, by the car park. So I just put my boots on, walk straight onto the pitch.
So Gallagher takes us into Tigers' 22.
That's yours.
Nudge forward. Oh, shout out to the posties out there as well, Flo. Love that. Busiest time of year, of course, for them.
Best and worst time of year, yeah. Great tips, awful hours.
Okay.
Advantage, sevens, one round.
Advantage for Trailfinders. Bradley wants to use it. Crossfield from Amory. There's an awful lot of space here. Laughlin is there, and this bounces up, and no one can stop her from that position. Vicky Laughlin doubles her money on the right wing for Trailfinders. Excellent kick from Ella Amory, who is relishing the fly half roll.
Yeah, she's doing really well, Ella. She's trained a bit at scrum half and at fly half. I think she's got such a great knowledge of the game, and she's a really exciting player to watch. You can see here just that sight to have that kick and that almost like telepathic communication with Laffers on the edge means that bounce goes right into Laffers' hands and she dots it down.
It's as if she said, OK, you couldn't score with 4 players in front of you, so I'll remove all those players out the way, and it's a different equation. There you go, Vicky.
Merry Christmas, Vicky.
Yeah, speaking of deliveries, that was an extra special package from Ella Amory. As is that for Rosie Inman. She knocks it over, and she goes 3 from 4 from the tee.
Yeah, I think she got rid of those nerves with that first one, and then she seems to be relishing the pressure that they put on her, chasing that kick down.
Kristen Bitter. And Tigers needing to keep their head down and keep fighting. Knocked long by Amory. Promotional doesn't risk it this time. Goes herself. Russell sealing the ball off.
Jackler onto hands on floor first.
So Mika Gunter takes the orders in. And Tigers get it just about back on their side. A convoluted way to win that one back. But again, Tigers taking their line-out ball and now trying to do something with it. Laberie gets it away nicely. Promotional, 2 players onto her.
Tackle, everyone clear! Scrum advantage over.
Now Richardson,
Scrum advantage over.
who has an engine that will keep going for the full 80 minutes. Morgan Richardson, the captain of Tigers,
Sorry. Just forwards.
excels in the tight spaces and in the open. The Tigers knocking on thereafter.
Scrum. Let's go, ladies. Here's your mark. Let's go. Come on.
Trailfinders on the wrong end of the set piece statistics last week, despite pushing Gloucester Hartpury so close. That's just how well they played in the second half. But their scrum percentage was 66% of scrums won on their own put in. Now, Flo, interpret that for us in real terms. Is that low? Is that actually acceptable? What's the industry view on that kind of number?
That's quite low. We weren't happy with that at all. I think that was one of actually the first things that we spoke about when we got back.
Well, Barney Madison, former front second rower, of course, for Ealing as of very recently. So knows all about that side of the game. Here's Jess Cooksey. Lovely take, and then back on the inside goes Heidi Head. Bradley, numbers onto this left-hand side. Boatman, one of them. Good offload from Boatman to centre partner Cooksey.
No, 7.
Zachary, first to take it, gets her hands nice and ready, then drives into contact. Amory, lovely ball back inside once again. That's Shai Pinnock on the carry. Amory knows where the space is. It's Gallagher who has it, and then she opens things up. Boatman is the next in line. It just goes to ground, then the try comes from Cara Brinkat. And it is a welcome return to the PWR for Cara Brinkat. A try-scoring return. Set up by another returning face in Ellie Boatman.
There's Niamh Gallagher again, they're really exciting. And then Ellie Boatman, graduating from rehab club, straight to Cara Brinkat, who's not actually that long been out of rehab club. I think some of our pre-season games or our cup games were her first return after a really long stint out.
Trailfinders already at 30 points. A few question marks were probably raised amongst Trailfinders fans when they saw the team sheet without the likes of Alana Borland, no Abby Burton, no Meg Jones, no Georgia Ponsonby. I mean, the list of absentees today is enormous. There's Fran McGee as well missing out. Grace White is only on the bench. And yet we have seen just as a composed and a coherent performance as well, not just the fact they've scored the tries, but they're looking every inch, the Trailfinders, of the matches we've seen up at Sale Sharks, particularly against Bristol Bears. Those wins where they were just irresistible.
Yeah, we've got decent depth in our squad, and we've got players that want to play. So any chance they get, that's what they're going to do.
It is a ridiculous number of names on the team sheet that Trailfinders can put out on the field. And it's all coming together as we head towards Christmas. Bitter gets this deep, and Bradley. Gallagher does nicely.
Yeah, work back, please.
Abby Lee Priestnell under pressure from Gallagher again.
No, thank you.
That's a lovely kick from Priestnell. What an angle she's found.
Ball is live.
Shorten line out, taken by Pinnock.
5. Penalty advantage, 5. Side entry.
Tigers giving the penalty away and giving away meters
9.
from the rolling maul.
1 stationary.
And they thread their way through it again. I mean, can a rolling maul be awarded carrying meters by the statisticians, do you think, Flo? Because Trailfinders is packed collectively, should be getting a lot of them.
Yeah, as a forward, I think so.
Should happen.
Get us up there on the stats, yeah.
Needs to be looked at, that, doesn't it? Far too individual statistics at the moment.
It's a team sport, isn't it, at the end of the day, so I think it should be awarded.
You know, in the olden days of French rugby, this is, by the way, they had a thing called the Tri Collectif, SI Collectif, which when they didn't know who'd scored it from a rolling maul because no one could see, they just gave it down as a SI Collectif.
Bring it back, I say. As someone who's always in the middle and no one knows where I am, bring it back and I'll take all those points.
Yeah, exactly. Could name it after you, Flo.
That's a good idea.
5 through the middle legal. Yep, let's go, ladies.
Inevitably, by the end of the season, it would be the top try scorer as well. So I think that maybe that's why they didn't do it. They got a bit bored of awarding the top try scorer to nobody in particular.
It is just really hard to work out, though, when there's just a pile of bodies. No one really knows. Sometimes I start cheering like I've scored it, even if I haven't.
Crouch.
You're on the flank just cheering.
Bind. Set.
Tiana Gordon gets it away. Now Lingham bringing impetus again. She really does make meters when Georgie Lingham gets a chance. Spread out to Priestnell. Now Bitter looking to go around the edge, but she's well read by Laughlin, and Boatman joins in. Tigers will keep this. Laberry. Nice hands to get themselves out of a tight spot. Emerson Allen.
Use it.
Laberry gets good height on this. Gallagher is underneath it. Goes through her legs. Charlotte Daly chases hard. Inman. Now this might be the opportunity that Rosie Inman's been looking for. Ball in hand this half.
Fine, first play legal.
Ripped. Tigers away. Flipping it out the back to Gunter.
Penalty advantage.
Denny Ross is having a really strong game in the second row for Tigers. When they get the ball, there's her second row partner, Allen. Jordan Russell says, get out of my way, to Haidee Head. Here's Ross again. She looks at every inch a top quality operator. And there's another one in Richardson. Lovely step from Lingham, that's delightful. Now, chance for the Tigers to get themselves on the scoreboard here. Gunter puts the ball on the edge to Kasakova, who's scoring. Tigers coming up with a beauty after taking blow after blow, but they strike towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, agreed, thank you.
Karolina Kasakova touching down.
Okay, as long as the ball's available, play away by.
That came from a 3-on-1 on the edge created by Tigers' willingness to keep the ball alive in the contact. There was offload after offload there. Really, really exciting play. Really good ball players.
Not rolling, number 3 on the floor.
And this is exactly why, when Tigers keep on delivering moments within matches, were you to put it all together, when they can put it all together, and maybe February, when the PWR comes back for that next block is a time for Tigers. They're certainly targeting that. And the likes of Karolina Kasakova is a really sharp finisher on that left wing. Kasakova from Lincolnshire, but born in Slovakia, has played sevens for Slovakia. She's a registered nurse in acute medicine.
Uh, 4 minutes, 15 seconds.
Spent time with Lichfield as well last season in the Championship. So Tigers on the board, 31-5 to Trailfinders. Amory. That's a lovely step. Trailfinders with not much time to play before the half is out, 3.5 minutes. Trying to keep the Tigers penned in. There's Denny Ross again. Former Queensland Red. Who broke her hand in pre-season and is in her 3rd game back now. Good take by Laughlin. Slips it into Pinnock's hands. Time for Trailfinders here before the half is out. Amory pulls it back. Cooksey gets around now. Boatman has options. Tackle from Priestnell and from Henrik. Ruck well resourced. Tigers' defence is lining up well. Head gets it to Brinkat. Good zip on the pass from Brooke Bradley, and Amory just is a couple of steps ahead of herself in what she was thinking of.
Okay, let's go, ladies. Hooker's mark.
How do Trailfinders keep up this kind of tempo and energy flow in the second half?
So much running and training. You should see the meters that we cover. We get a session report at the end of every session, so you can see how many meters you run, and it's all broken down into positional units. So we've all got targets to hit and speed to hit and things like that. So working on that over pre-season and into the season as well, maintaining it is a huge aspect.
The voice of Flo Long from alongside me in the commentary box. Trailfinders tight head, out injured at the moment.
Set.
But casting your eye over a pretty solid unit up front as well, Flo, and this will feel really good for Trailfinders.
Much better.
Kasakova tidies up. Tigers haven't been bested in that way, in that comprehensive way up front on the scrum until now, but that was impressive. Carrying from Tough Nail, in for Maya Montiel today. Cooksey pulls it back. Inman thinks there's a better way forward. Tackling from Gordon. Amory. Gallagher was lining up a short pass offer, but Amory for the second time in quick succession drops the ball forward. Other than the last minute or so, she's looked very good at 10 today, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's been brilliant, I think. Just those couple of errors there creeping in, but it's almost half time. Everyone's getting a bit tired, I'm sure. So.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Laberry gets back quickly to get this ball away, and she needed to. Lingham dink through, one for Kasakova to go after, and this might sit nicely for her. It was a perfect idea from Tigers, from an imperfect half. They have been up against it against Trailfinders right from the off. 19 points scored within 10 minutes by Trailfinders. Then the Tigers did stabilise, but the bonus point score came not long after that. They've looked in irresistible form, Trailfinders. Flo, can you find any faults in that first half performance from your team?
I definitely think the set piece, we could create a better platform. Our backs have done a lot for us, especially our back three players, Niamh Gallagher, Vicky Laughlin, Rosie Inman. So I think if, as forwards, we can give them a bit of a better platform for that. I think we saw it in the last couple of scrums, but I think we needed that maybe a bit earlier on.
Half-time scores at Trailfinders Sports Club. Trailfinders women 31, Leicester Tigers 5. And we'll be back to analyse the first half after a short break.
New era.
Fearless, fast, powerful. We are Trailfinders women.
It's such a great feeling to play at Trailfinders. We've got such a strong following out in West Ealing. That's our home turf.
We're going to be fast and furious. We're going to bring the tries, and we're so excited to start.
We've got big names coming in. We've got a lot of internationals to go up.
We're such a tight-knit group. Everyone just expresses themselves.
Meg Jones is going to bring magic. Magic Meg. Trailfinders, we're going to bring energy, passion, and a lot more flair.
Helped on by Orr, lobby bond. Millie David, deadly David. What a natural, brilliant finisher.
Ball is available.
Norman Bell, tough nail. Basketball pass onto Laughlin, who's swerving now with options, fizzes it out wide. It's Niamh Gallagher who will score the bonus point try for Trailfinders.
Pena puts a bit of air on it. Powell almost has her pass picked off. Parry though, beat it to Kildan. Orkin on the outside. Freya, foot to the floor. Orkin into the left-hand corner.
Robinson, nudge in behind, and now Poulan. How's this going to sit? Poulan, she's got time.
One-handed gather from Zachary, absolutely skinning the defender, gets the offload away. Laughlin will have her score.
If it's clear, I'll be tall.
Ball is out, ball is out. Tackle, release!
The Tigers keep on coming. Oh, just the hesitation from Leicester, and Quins steal the ball, and they send the Tigers all the way back to their half. Ellie Kildan shifting through the gears, gets a toe to the ball, sits up like a dream.
Competing for Leicester and the PWR is everything I've worked towards.
Proud to represent the people of Leicester.
We are Leicester Tigers.
Leicester's different. It comes with years worth of heritage and I can't wait to represent them.
I'm proud to represent my family, my hometown, and just working together with a team to get the wins.
I'm looking forward to proving people wrong and showing that the underdogs can come out on top.
Power, passion, pride. Come on, Tigers.
New era.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are in the commentary position with my co-commentator Flo Long, who has had a lot to enjoy about what our fellow teammates have been putting on display for us. Trailfinders leading 31 points to 5 against Leicester Tigers, all thanks to that blockbuster beginning. And then they built from that. They're looking every inch the Trailfinders of earlier rounds with different names to the fore today, however. Let's have a look at how they got through that first 40 minutes and what impressed Flo Long so much as well. So things got going early, less than a minute on the clock before things were worked through to Vicky Laughlin, and this was a half-decent finish, Flo, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've played with Laffers for a few years at Worcester and in England under-20s, and that is exactly what she's great at doing. That's some of her excellent moments, and that's her at her best. She's got pace to absolutely burn and a killer handoff as well.
It was over to the forwards after that. Kate Zachary was getting her hands on this, and Flo, a wonderful sight for any front row forward like yourself.
Yeah, I think it was obviously the front row that did all the hard work, and then Kate stole the glory at the end there. But her experience as USA captain and captain for us today as well is, really shown there.
Amory this time with Gallagher on the inside, and similar story. Great pace from Gallagher.
Yeah, she's really coming into her own at the moment. Obviously, she's still super young, but she's taken it all in her stride.
Amory again this time. Laughlin getting a double. She's on 3 tries in 2 matches now, Vicky Laughlin.
Yeah, she was briefly out with an ankle injury, and then I think has really put her hand up in those games she's played, clearly, by the tries she scored.
This was a try that really pleased you because of the 2 people that created it the most.
Yeah, rehab graduates right there. Absolutely buzzing for those 2.
One of the most well put together tries of the day, however, was the Tigers' only effort. After phase, we got to this point, and Karolina Kasakova on the left wing with a great finish after Gunter set her away.
Yeah, it's nice to see a front row forward using their hands on the edge, and all of them taking Trailfinders players out of the game.
So the first half done, Trailfinders looking very, very good. Barney Madison at half-time and Kim Oliver as well. What would they be saying and what would you expect to be the message?
I think if we can start the second half the same way we started the first one, then that's going to be massive for us. That's potentially going to be a nail in the coffin. So I think if we can come out all guns blazing and hold on to that, then that's going to be what the coaches want to see.
You must have been in a few situations with Worcester Valkyries. You mentioned it yourself, obviously some great days as well, but some tough days. Tigers are having a tough half. How do you stabilise in that? What are people saying? Because you've got to be realistic, haven't you?
I think we've seen it from Tigers so far is they've got some really, really excellent individual players. And I think just doing what they as individuals can do best really, really well, it's put us, they've carried the ball really hard and it's put us massively under pressure. So if they can come out and do that again, there's no saying that we're going to stop them.
Something I wanted to talk to you about is the misfit culture of Trailfinders. It's been said by some of the players, and Vicky Laughlin said it best, I think. She said, it's because we come from teams that we love dearly that have now gone by the wayside. Wasps, women, Worcester Valkyries, of course. And there are a lot of players who come from that. So is that something you would sense? Can you add anything else to that? How does it feel when you have left a club that's gone and you've come to a club where other people have that same experience?
I think definitely from us Worcester girls, and I think the Wasps girls as well, there's a feeling of unfinished business. We didn't want to end on that note. None of us wanted to stop there. Also coming from places that we thought were great and being around people we thought were great every single day, it's a really nice culture to be a part of, and to find anything that even compares is a challenge. So the fact that you can see players from from Wasps and from Worcester, settling here and having a great time, I think says a lot.
Yeah, and it's great to see as well some of those Wasps women as well to the fore in this match already. Right, we will be back with all of the second half after a short break.
New era.
Fearless, fast, powerful. We are Trailfinders women.
It's such a great feeling to play at Trailfinders. We've got such a strong following out in West Ealing. That's our home turf.
We're going to be fast and furious. We're going to bring the tries and we're so excited to start.
We've got big names coming in, we've got a lot of internationals to go up.
We're such a tight-knit group, everyone just expresses themselves.
Meg Jones is going to bring magic, Magic Meg. Trailfinders, we're going to bring energy, passion and a lot more flair.
Competing for Leicester and the PWR is everything I've worked towards.
Proud to represent the people of Leicester.
We are Leicester Tigers.
Leicester's different. It comes with years worth of heritage and I can't wait to represent them.
I'm proud to represent my family, my hometown and just working together with a team to get the wins.
I'm looking forward to proving people wrong and showing that the underdogs can come out on top.
Power, passion, pride. Come on, Tigers.
Era.
Welcome back to Trailfinders Sports Club. Everybody, I hope you spent the time away well. I think Leicester Tigers have spent things tweaking the back line and a couple of new faces coming on. Jenny Maxwell has been brought on to things in the back line, and Amelie Anstead as well.
Okay, time is on.
So Tigers will kick off with a couple of new faces to bring to things. 31 points to 5 down. Kristen Bitter goes right down the middle. Taken by Cooksey, and then Shai Pinnock, one of the semi-professional players in the Trailfinders ranks. He's a personal trainer from locally in West London. Over to Maya Roos, who's impressing, quietly impressing, but getting through work and getting onto the end of offloads like that.
Have the penalty advantage, 9.
Amory, little pass that doesn't quite go to plan. It was meant for Cara Brinkat, but Tigers were offside.
That's yours, sir.
Neve Swales to throw in for the first set piece of the second half. It goes long. Gunter will gratefully pick this up. Tiana Gordon is there. Tigers going through the hands with Lingham. And Lingham sought out and taken to ground by Ellie Boatman. Laberry, Tiana Gordon, Gunter. The more the ball can go through Gordon and Gunter's hands, the better for Tigers. There's Anstead, who's come on in the second half. We're actually still waiting to see Jenny Maxwell, I believe, but Anstead is the new face. And she almost gets it back here. Bitter instead has to take it, goes hard into Cooksey.
Have the penalty advantage, 9.
There's Denny Ross. Takes 2 Trailfinders to bring her to ground. She's being watched a little more carefully. Laberry, that was lovely from the scrum half. She reclaims it as well. Needs support. Richardson's there. Will come all the way back for the penalty. And not for the first time this season we see the improvisation of Enika Laberry.
I think Tigers have done really well to build some phases there. They haven't made too many metres, but this is an opportunity for them to get down the field now with this penalty.
Taken nicely by Gallagher. She just controlled it with the instep, and then off goes Boatman, and she's breaking tackles left, right and centre. Bradley. Tuffnail, oh, big break from Tuffnail, she's off. And Cassandra Tuffnail swerves into the 22, wonderful run.
No.
Trailfinders bring it to the left. Swales wants it. Now it's out the back, it's all party for Trailfinders at the moment. Roos takes it on. Pinnock. Canna Williams. Brinkat offers herself and she's all alone.
Never on the ball.
Head. Met hard.
Penalty advantage.
And they have the advantage too. Trailfinders starting to fizz in the second half now. Brooke Bradley takes it quickly, she's off. Bradley sees the line herself and she's over. The pace is simply too high for Tigers. Trailfinders cross again. It's Brooke Bradley who gets the score.
That is Trailfinders women capitalising on the momentum built by Cass's break there. Everyone loves to see a prop in the loose. So to see a try come from it as well is really exciting. Good game knowledge by Brooke as well, just to go quick and get that try. Yeah, here's Cass. We saw this a little bit last week as well against Gloucester. Yeah, to see it again, I love it. It's great. And then here we go. We see Brooke Bradley with that little step inside, getting in between the defenders and dotting the ball down.
So Inman with her easiest conversion attempt of the day from right in front. No problems for Rosie Inman.
One thing that you'll see from Rosie is she's always smiling. Any picture as well. Most of us get horrible pictures of our facials, but Rosie is always smiling at the camera.
Leicester 8.
So Bradley allowed to play. She didn't take the tap and go from the mark exactly, but it was near enough for Michael Lamb to say,
Yep, we're good.
play on.
Thank you.
Bitter. So much hang time on her restarts, and that's claimed well by Ross. Excellent moment. Another one from the Australian. Gunter, the South African. Mika Gunter. Bitter, the American. And to another American in Emily Henrik and Ansted. Tigers' arrival over the summer. Tigers with even more changes than Trailfinders had over the summer, so they've had so much work to do to get cohesion, and they are still fighting for that cohesion, but this is much better. Ansted arrives into the 22. Stripped, however, by Tough Nail. And Trailfinders might have been away there had that gone to hand.
Cass showing her strength there to strip the ball. Just unlucky on that offload.
Yep, let's go, please, Ace. Let's go, come on.
This will be really interesting to see who's come out for the second half. Obviously, Trailfinders finishing on a pretty good platform with their scrum. We'll see if they come out and continue that.
How much can scrum be shored up through a conversation at half-time?
Bind! Up we come, up we come.
Also have brought on Hermione Farmer, I should say, for Tigers. So Farmer in the number 8 slot.
Controlled spacings.
One of those players contracted by Tigers after participating in the open playing day in pre-season. 130 players went to that. 5 contracted in the end. Farmer one of them.
Bind! Set!
At the back, Tigers hold firm. Laberi, Bitter now sweeps to the right-hand side. Nicely done from Kristen Bitter. Henrik. Oh, she had hands on from Cooksey and co. Vicky Laughlin as well.
I think that's something our backs are doing really well. We've got workhorses there, and they want to get over the ball. They're not afraid to put their head in a breakdown.
1, 2 and 3, please.
Those open days, Flo, have you ever participated in something like that? Lots of people, a combine almost from the NFL.
I can't say that I have, I don't think, no.
Must be terrifying.
Yeah, I'm quite glad I haven't.
If you come through that, then you really have shown up on the day, haven't you? That's about taking a chance in every possible way. Trailfinders making their changes. One of them, Annabelle Meta, wearing 17.
Yeah, she's recently transitioned from back row to front row. She's been a really exciting player for Trailfinders in the past seasons. Unlucky from Ella Amory there. But she's been, Annabelle's been a really exciting player for Trailfinders and also for England under-20s. And to have a prop that can play like her in the loose, a bit similar to Cass actually, is someone you want to get on ball. And it'll be interesting to see how she fares in this set piece.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Tigers do get it back. And Laberie takes a wide arc, looking for Daly, asking a little too much of Daly.
Out of 5, 14.
Amongst the new faces for Trailfinders, there's also a debut too for Tanya Kalunivali, the Black Fern. Her last match, by the way, was the bronze medal contest at Allianz Stadium, Twickenham, on the 27th of September.
Yeah, she's been with us the past few weeks, and I think if she brings anything like the other Kiwis we've have brought, then the professionalism and the standards she sets are going to be super, super high.
I spoke to Meg Jones just before kickoff, and I said, what to ask Flo, and she said, well, ask her about Tanya, because she is going to cause a lot of teams issues this season.
Yeah, she is. She gets scrum extras in before training every single session. She absolutely loves it. So, yeah, scrums are her bread and butter.
Trailfinders win their first scrum with Tanya Kalunivale and Annabelle Mehta propping things up. And now they go straight to it again. Tigers having to staff both sides of the ruck because they have been very good at switching play. Here she goes, Kalunivale destroying players as she makes 10 metres. And a penalty to come off the back of it.
What an impact.
Bradley, Zachary making the most of that impact. Amory. Tigers, though, return fire, and Morgan Richardson involved in that, as is Emily Henrik.
We're in a position to go quickly. Okay, thank you. Green 9 has thrown the ball away after the penalty awarded.
Those are the kind of penalties I like to see. The ones that are held up, and Brooke Bradley, unfortunately for her, is at her expense. But
typical 9.
It's just a little laying down of the law from the referee, isn't it?
It's fine. It's got to be done in the first half. Obviously, Tigers got marched back for chatting back to the ref, so I think it's 1 for 1 now.
You can get worse than a penalty for that kind of stuff too.
Ladies. 9 and 13.
So Ellie Boatman's return to play has seen her go for 51 minutes and leaves with a smile on her face. Isla Norman-Bell comes back on, a fellow Sevens teammate of hers. Tigers line out once again. It's such a slick operation from the Tigers. Bitter at 10 now. Lingham. And here's Kasakova. Trailfinders all over Kasakova, and she got to the floor.
I think Tigers are playing some high-risk, high-reward rugby at the moment. There's a lot of highlight reel moments, especially with their handling and their carrying. It's just not always 100% of the time paying off.
So Chris Blanco on as well. It's a full front row change from Trailfinders. Roos at the back now, head, and Brinkat is off. The two flankers launching into the 22 for Trailfinders. Lovely turn and take from Maya Roos. That is special skills from the lock forward. Bitter got in there. Didn't touch it with her hand. Came off the body, and now she's looking to rip this on the floor. It has at best slowed Trailfinders down, and giving a penalty away though.
Counter up good, 9 white side entry.
So Gallagher told to go straight to touch. Trailfinders rolling maul incoming.
If we can get a glimpse of what we've seen from Trailfinders maul in the first half, then surely we're in for another try.
Fresh legs on as well. Blanco, Mehta, Kalunivale, she's at the back. So much power for Trailfinders, and they find it, although they go off the top, and Brinkat steps, looking for her second try. Norman Bell picks it up. It's dropped though by head. Penalty already there.
Time is off.
Tigers are going to get a talking to here.
We've had 4 penalties this half all against you guys as well. And now we're in the 22 and we've got an early entrance on the maul, okay? Any more in this area of the pitch, they will leave, okay?
Richardson, the captain,
early entry by 19.
receives that. And they know now they're on watch for a yellow card.
Okay, fine.
Chris Blanco, Spanish international, picks and goes, snakes a little to the left. She has Kaluna Vale for support.
No, step.
Norman Bell, Zachary goes for the roll around. Roos goes for the direct route. Norman Bell whips it away. Trailfinders up and over the line. Norman Bell resources the ruck. There's Meta, drives low. Still Trailfinders, not quite there.
14 white. 14. It was held up.
Charlotte
We
Daly,
can't play on 14 white. Never onside.
who the referee's looking for here for a yellow card. Tigers' right wing is off for 10.
Just bear with me.
The ref had warned them, so I think this is just a result of that.
14 white, never onside.
This time to the other side.
If anyone, you can't really tell because she's got plaits, but if anyone likes Chris Blanco's haircut, that is courtesy of me. I cut her hair the other week.
Cut it.
Yep.
Not just styled it. Fair play. Blanco
More.
with an excellent throw as well. Pulls it back. Norman Bell leaves it with Blanco for now, and Blanco is heading off, and Blanco is scoring! Off the park, Chris Blanco sees the line, and Tigers disappearing into thin air as that rolling ball made its way forward.
Credit to the haircut.
It has to be.
No, that was a great maul. Glimpses of what we saw in the first half as well. Staying nice and tight as a unit. Staying in the fight as well. You can see Chris Blanco has a bit of resilience. Just stay and keep her head up, eyes on the try line, and manages to get over.
Nice try.
Kaluna Vale doing a lot of the legwork there too. And Christina Blanco, who was a former Wasps women's player in that season when they only had 19 or 20 players. And not so long ago, just 3 or so years ago. Unbelievably tough season for any club, and Blanco was a Wasp at that point. Inman. Keeps her head low, and only for the second time this afternoon misses the conversion. Trailfinders edging towards 50.
Here we see there's Tanya as well as involvement there, and Chris Blanco getting over the line.
Trailfinders and Meta wrestling forward. And that's the strength that so stood out for England under-20s over the summer.
This player's gone past the breakdown and taken out the player.
Maxwell now on for Tigers.
An opportunity now for Tigers to shift that momentum.
Tigers last week getting a bonus point out of their time against Quins. They'd have to score 3 tries in 20 minutes if they were to do that today still, but it's a massive achievement if they could do that.
Yeah, never say never. I think they're showing such exciting exciting play at the moment that you definitely can't write that off. Not yet.
Ellie Smith is on to join Hermione Farmer. Taken at the front of the lineup. Tigers pile forwards. Gunter now gets the ball at the back. And she has teammates around her to help her forward too. Maxwell. Now here goes Gunter. She might not need anyone else. Maxwell has hit off the ball. Now Lingham stays on her feet well. She's rolled onto her back. Penalty was already there for Tigers.
Captain, please. Captain, please. Captain, exactly same as up there. Okay, we've had 2 penalty offences
Emma
there.
Taylor.
Next one, we'll leave the pitch.
Taking the captain's armband after Kate Zachary was replaced. So it's a bit unfair, isn't it, when you just come on the field and the first thing you do as the new captain is have to stand in for the let's say the misdemeanors of others.
Yeah, it's never nice to get told off, especially when it's not really your fault.
Playing the 9.
Taylor, 33 years of age now. Trying to retire, I understand, but in such good form that she might think about extending her career.
She's a hugely valuable player, so whatever we can do to keep her, we will.
Everyone clear, please.
Well, Maya Roos underlining her value as well to the team. Kaluna Vali, that's nicely done. Head, knows exactly where to be.
Fine, she's acting to play the ball.
Norman Bell gets this away. Taylor. Oh, lovely from Grace Moore as well. She's breaking free, Grace Moore. 2 players bring her grounds. Taylor again, that was
bounce
out
pass
to Inman. Bounce pass might work, it then goes forward and Tigers have recovered. And they're going to have the advantage too if they want it. Maxwell. Big hit from Meta, goodness me. Off the line and right into the ribcage.
Really, really powerful player.
Next carry from Farmer. Kaluna Val is holding her up.
Okay, thank you, mate.
Yes, that was forward out of the hands from Inman, so we come back.
You can see Celia Kwanzaa really making it hard for them.
Yeah, great to see Celia Kwanzaa back on the pitch too. She got plenty of minutes out in Dubai at the Invitational Sevens tournament that she competed in. Not for one of the international teams, as she has done many times in the past for GB in England, but it was just to get things warmed up for the PWR return this weekend.
Yeah, another one who's a graduate of Rehab Club.
It's been a long time for Celia as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, really long. She's put the work in, and I think it really shows at her sevens that she's ready to go.
Georgie Lingham over the halfway line. Maxwell, Scottish international and long life Tigers fan and employee of the club for many years before she became a player. She's on to try and help things out. Lovely pass from Bitter. That was beautifully done. Kasakova at speed into Inman with the fend. Maxwell. There's Denny Ross. Get the sense that her time as a Wallaroo is not going to be too far away. She hasn't won a cap yet for Australia, but with her experience here in the PWR and the way she's taken to it, it can't be too far for Denny Ross until that international recognition comes along. Here's Brinkat, Kaluna Vale. Well, this is feverish work on the floor, which brings the penalty for Tigers.
Time is off.
Oh, Kaluna Vale holding her leg. We'll see just why in a sec, I think, but that was a nasty, awkward fall here, and you could just see the lower leg take an unnatural angle. It's her debut in the PWR, Tanya Kalunivali. So hopefully she can bounce up from this without too much delay.
She's been doing really, really well so far, so hopefully this isn't her time up for this game.
2 seconds. Very good.
Tigers with another tough assignment today, because not only are they facing Trailfinders, who are coming good at their time in the season, they're coming good on the back of facing the 2 best teams in the league. Saracens 2 weeks ago, and then Gloucester Hartpury last weekend. So anything that needed testing out or needed assessment by Barney Madison and his team has occurred. They know all about where their weaknesses lie from the last 2 rounds of PWR action, so they come up against Leicester and they come to face them with all their might, and at least for the rest of the match they will be without the mighty Tanya Kalunivali, unfortunately. Just seems to have twisted something around the ankle on her PWR debut. Well, we wish her the very best in shaking this off in double quick time.
Yeah, that is a massive shame, but it's a long season, so I'm sure we'll see a lot more from her.
So Cassandra Tufnail is back on. This is the mindset I wonder about with forwards, particularly when you've put in a shift, a massive shift. You go off thinking day's done, and then you get hauled on for the last 15 minutes. I mean, it happens a lot, so players, I guess, shouldn't necessarily always think that, but presumably you always do think day's done now.
Yeah, I can't lie. If when I get subbed off, I am watching the clock just till it's completely over.
Okay,
just so I know I'm not going back on.
Right. And is it a dreadful feeling?
Horrible.
I love the honesty. So Cassandra Tufnail going through all those emotions right now of having to come back on. And here she is, shaking them off quickly. Business heads on for Cassandra Tufnail.
17,
she's just come on like she's not even been off. Ready and raring to go.
So Amory. And she's a CEO off the field, Ella Amory. We mentioned her agency, but it does such fantastic work. A Belgian international as well.
Yeah, she's an all-rounder, Ella is. She's such a good egg, a really good person to have around the club.
At the back, taken by Emma Taylor. And then picked off by Head, inside pass to Blanco. Norman Bell. Emma Taylor again. Gets up and goes. Tufnail. And they really have to meet her on the line. They do, Tigers. Giving away the penalty, though, in the process. A lot of numbers for Trailfinders here. Norman Bell loops it over to Grace Moore.
Penalty count was starting to rise anyway. Now we've had 2 for not rolling away. Okay, we must improve the breakdown area. Yes, of course we can. Time's off. Time's off.
So loads of exciting talent on the back field for Trailfinders again. Grace White has joined the party. Celia Kwanzaa, as mentioned. There's Grace White. What a season she's having.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's brilliant. Grace is, and to have players like that coming off the bench is really exciting, and it hopefully means it will keep this front foot and keep the momentum that we've built so far. Hopefully this scrum can build a really good platform so that we can use those players that have got fresh legs on the edges.
Crow!
entering the last 10. There is a calmness here in southwest London now. And that's every inch in the bag for Trailfinders. It's about what varnish they can add. And Tigers are saying, hang about, let's not forget about our last 10. That is brilliant from Leicester Tigers. Gunter geeing up the troops. The new faces on, Beth Cragen involved in catching Trailfinders cold in all manner of ways. I mean, that kind of resilience might be the moment of the match for Tigers so far.
Massive credit to Gunter for still being on the pitch at almost 70 minutes, also to be such a weapon around the park and scrummage like that as well.
Yeah, well, she said this week that it's been a dream of hers to join the PWR for 4 years. She joined from the Bulls in South Africa, and she's making every minute count in every single performance of hers.
Thank you.
16 caps for South Africa already. And this line out keeps securing good possession for Tigers. Lingham. That side of their game has been on point for the second match in a row. Real positive for them on their travels down to London today. Now Taylor almost secured it and has secured it. And that's why people are telling Emma not to retire, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think she's still got loads left in the tank, so why stop now?
Ladies, could you step back, please? That's enough. Thank you. There you go.
Well, it hasn't been the happiest of hunting grounds, Trailfinders Sports Club, for the Trailfinders this season. They lost the opening encounter to Exeter, that heavy defeat to Saracens when Julia Schell was injured, of course. But today it's...
Yeah, we want to make this our fortress, so whenever we can put our best foot forward here, we want to. We have just been a bit unlucky, I would say, not shown up.
Scrum did their part there, but then the Tigers pounced on the loose ball. Good play from Maxwell. Good from Bitter.
The pressure that Tigers are showing and have shown throughout the game is immense. I think Trailfinders are doing well to keep composure.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Okay, Maxwell has a good platform to work from. Farmer picks and looks for green jerseys herself, makes good headway, but only into Hayley Head's path, and that's where the attack stops. Hayley Head bent double to win that ball on the floor, but the number 7 does the job.
Enter the dash, please, ladies.
Chris Blancup off the top, beautifully done by Trailfinders. Amory with great ball here. Cooksey, and that's a hard line from Head. Norman Bell. Taylor now.
No.
The captain with Zachary now off the field. Here's Tuffnail on her second shift of the afternoon. Amory with loads of numbers in front of her, but they've unlocked the defence here with Cooksey. Good tackle though from Denny Ross. Denying that move going any further. Brinkat. Taylor. Tigers running a little short on numbers as they reset. Still enough to repel Hayley Head.
Penalty
And they've slowed it down, but it's been at a cost. Penalty given away. Dropped by Moore, but it hasn't gone backwards, so Amory knocks this over. Laughlin is looking for a hat-trick. It bounces around away from everybody.
Number 4 in captain, please.
So Denny Ross here in trouble for Tigers.
We just had a warning about discipline in this area. This person's gone off their feet at the breakdown and prevents the ball from coming out.
And Denny Ross heads to the sidelines for a yellow card. Well, people and Leicester Tigers circles have linked her similar to George Martin, second row for the men's side, who can knock lumps out of each other, or anyone really, and Denny Ross certainly has done that today. It's been a bright spot for Tigers.
I think she's been a huge threat round the park for them. They'll surely miss her for the rest of this game.
Saw the Wallaroos have announced 10 tests next year for them to compete in, including WXV towards the back end of the year or September time. And Denny Ross may well be in with a chance of becoming an international there. Although we understand Heidi Head, another Australian in Trailfinders ranks, is being lined up more from the English side. She's English qualified.
Yeah, she is. She's part English. Heidi is, I think, half English. So she, is being lined up and definitely in the mix for some potential England stuff. Whether that's 8th grade or seniors, I'm not quite sure. But she's been in and around camps.
Sarah Hunter was talking about her merits on air on TNT Sports last weekend, and she's impressed again
9.5
at Trailfinders Sports Club today. Increasingly getting more and more ball as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've seen from pre-season her confidence has massively grown. Obviously, coming from a bit of a sevens background, playing in the backs and the forwards. It's nice to see her specialising a bit, and you can definitely see that she's probably enjoying it a bit more and thinking a bit less, which is really nice.
Okay, thank you.
When every player is all said and done, we'd love to have your thoughts, by the way, on who should be the player of the match today. And it's on YouTube right now, so you can vote for that. We'd love to have your input there for the Built for Athletes Player of the Match Award. So head into the comments section on YouTube and give us your thoughts, please. Norman Bell giving us a lot to think about right now as she steps through and adds another to Trailfinders' tally. And that should take them to 50. Norman Bell at her zigzaggedy best.
Isla looks really pleased with herself. She's so quick. And you can see her just nipping through there to score the try. Yeah, she's patient. She waits for that penalty to come and then she uses her pace to get over the line. Really, really well played from Isla.
So Rosie Inman to take Trailfinders to the half-ton. She gets it, comfortably so. Another smile on Rosie Inman's face.
8 to go.
And this was lovely from Norman Bell.
I have 7.5 now, just as a time check. Okay.
Bitter. Really good kickoff. Again, Tigers so good at retaining restarts. It's not just today, but across the season they've posted good numbers in that regard. They do have these pockets of their own performance where they are exceptional, and that is one of them. The line-out being another, and other areas are being built on constantly. Lingham, her carrying is one of those categories. She's so good at getting meters in contact for Tigers. Maxwell doesn't have to play it. Penalty coming.
Hands.
Playing the ball in the ruck. The penalty against Trailfinders.
I think Kristen Bitter, who's just taken that kick, has been really, really good for Tigers today. Her distribution of the ball, and she's been a huge catalyst to create some of their highlight reel moments.
Tigers looking to rock and roll from the maul again. Gunter off the top this time. They surprise us as well as potentially Trailfinders. Can they extend this attack? Rip attempt from Brinkat, who's been very busy in defence today. Lingham, high tackle from Amory. Tigers with the advantage. And they'll get a chance to play from a free shot. Slip pass from Maxwell to Henrik. Lovely dummy here from Beth Cragen. Beth Cragen is a maths and science teacher. Away from the field.
Thank you, mate. Number 10, high.
Bitter puts a decent whack through the ball to take play to about 10 metres away from the line. So Tigers ending strongly.
In this area, ladies. Reminder on discipline.
This was the high tackle. So if you want to join our player of the match vote, give us your thoughts. Please do in the comment section of the YouTube comment section. That'd be great to have your thoughts there. As Tigers, I think, lose their first line out of the day, but they had the free kick anyway. Another 10 metres. Maxwell waits. Almost went for a quick one. Now does feed the forwards. Here's Cragen.
Great fight in that carry.
Tufnell was equal to it though. She brought her opponent down. Now Maxwell being brought back into the ruck. Ennison Allen. Tigers close, oh so close to a second score. Maxwell and now Bitter. Pass over to the left-hand side for Kasakova, who got the first, and Celia Kwanzaa's first involvement after a long, long layoff is to bring Kasakova into touch.
Number 3, you've gone through and you played tonight.
But Cass Tufnell is yellow carded.
We've got time off.
3 minutes from the end for barging right through the ruck and preventing the 9 from playing the ball. If you're going to get pinged for that misdemeanor, do it that way.
Yeah, she doesn't know her own strength. Too powerful.
I need a 10-second check-in from here, please.
That was a resounding yellow card.
10 seconds remaining when we've got it. Let's go, please.
And what a performance from Cass Tufnell today.
Yeah, I think she's been brilliant. Yeah, her in open play, a huge threat, and no doubt she will have been probably marked up by the Tigers girls as well. So the fact she's still managed to make a few breaks is massive.
It's what happens after the break that's most exciting. The speed and the swerve from Tufnell as she raided the 22.
Just over 3.
I think with Tanya being off injured and Cass now off, I think there's a question mark on which prop will be filling in for the scrum.
Number 6.
Canna Williams will be the one, but she'll presumably be going on the tight head side, Flo.
Canna can actually play tight head as well. There's actually a handful of us props at Trailfinders that can play both sides of the scrum, so clearly it's coming in handy.
Exactly. Can Tigers use the platform to get their second try of the match?
Crouch. Bind.
Down a long way on the scoreboard, of course. 2 minutes remaining of another tough afternoon, but they're here, and they're here to plunder points. Bitter goes herself, Kristen Bitter barges her way through. And Leicester score at the end of a trip to the capital that has been a tough ask, but Kristen Bitter brings home something.
Yeah, I've got 2 minutes 45 seconds.
I think Kristen Bitter's really earned that. She's done some really hard work for the rest of the squad this game, so it's nice for her as an individual to get those 5 points.
Oh, fine, thank you.
And potentially the kick as well.
Maybe an extra ice now, though.
Potentially, but no dice. That, Flo, is your first commentator's curse.
So I said potentially.
Not
Not guaranteed.
That's your way out, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both players down by 1. 30 seconds still to run. Amory goes to the right-hand side. Henrik held up by Annabelle Meta. Maxwell. Tigers are going to play this from deep, no matter what, but this might work out for Trailfinders. Norman Bell brings in Kwanzaa.
Okay, no boys coming. Back and come. Lost forwards.
One last
Thanks, mate.
set piece for Trailfinders, right in the centre of the park.
If we can capitalise on this and come away with some points, then it's a really good start to our Christmas social tonight.
It's tonight. How come you haven't mentioned this in the first 79 minutes?
I'll be honest, I am just panicking because I don't have my snowman outfit sorted out yet.
There's not much time up. Oh no, there's plenty of time after. It's the early kickoff today. You're okay.
Crouch.
Where are you going?
We're actually doing the 12 pubs of Christmas pub
Nice.
crawl.
Yeah.
So,
Set.
a
Tried and
classic has
tested.
to be done, yeah.
Okay, we're unstable far side, ladies. We'll reset.
How much of a snowman are you going as?
As much as I can find, really. I have not prepared well.
Okay, so it's a lot of shopping still to do.
I'm going to try and borrow a scarf. I've got some carrots at home for my nose, and then maybe a top hat somewhere as well.
Okay, yeah, top hat would be a lovely touch.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
What do Trailfinders have in the locker before we get to all that? Grace Moore at the back, Norman Bell. Scrum was going backwards. Trailfinders finding resistance from Tigers at the end. Here's Grace White. Off and running in characteristic fashion, but taken down more. Norman Bell jumps over a couple of bodies to feed Meta, and she's reaching and scoring. And Trailfinders rounding it off with Annabelle Meta breaking free from Tigers' clutches.
That is signature Annabelle right there.
The front row era for Annabelle Meta is well and truly up and running.
I think she's held her own in the scrums, and then, yeah, classic from her, absolute powerhouse.
So Meta caps things off for Trailfinders. But Rosie Inman with the last full stop still to add. She's kicked really well today.
Yeah, I think she's been brilliant off the tee, especially under a decent amount of pressure.
Trailfinders have had an awful lot of fun in West London today. They have, right from the off, shown why they are being talked about as about to click, about to take on the PWR. And this was a team shorn of plenty of their stars, and yet the cast that they put out on the field today were immeasurably better than Leicester Tigers, and they were impressive from start to finish. None more so than Niamh Gallagher, who is our Built for Athletes player of the match. Try scorer and in general someone who found holes in Leicester Tigers' defence all afternoon. Great performance for her. She's the Built for Athletes player of the match.
Yeah, I think she's been brilliant today. Attack and defensively, she's really shone. So fair play to her.
A bright future for Niamh Gallagher, an Ireland under-20 over the summer, and taking on the 15 jersey after Julia Schell's unfortunate injury a couple of weeks ago. But Flo, Trailfinders were the favourites to take this victory, take the match, but maybe not in that kind of fashion. To click in that manner with so many cards having been shuffled was particularly impressive.
Yeah, I think the whole chat pre-game was not to underestimate them and focus on us. So I think the girls did that, and we've trained together a decent amount, and there's a lot of us to try different combos. So the fact that we've come out on top, it shows how well we know each other.
Let's have a look at exactly how well you know each other and how it transpired in highlights fashion. So Flo, talk us through these tries and what particularly is impressing and what particularly the coaches are looking at.
Well, I think the coaches want us to be, as much as they want us to gel as a team, they want us to be individually brilliant as well. So you can see that there from Cass. Some really strong carries from our forward pack and similarly from the backs. So you've got Heidi and Shai back to back there doing massive carries. And then we see Brooke here dart through for a try. So those individual performances bring us all together as a team, and I think the coaches hugely support that. Then here we are as a forward pack as well. Again, straight from the training park, we re-rep Moors out every week. So being able to stay in the fight here, stay nice and tight and work as a unit, work as one, that's what's got us over the line.
It was Chris Blanco who eventually touched it down, and Trailfinders kept up the pace. Tigers, though, with a healthy degree of resilience and scoring a couple of scores of their own. Norman Bell was the one to sign things off, although we thought there was still more to come. But lovely jinking run from Norman Bell. And this was the Tigers score. This was Bitter, and just reward for another strong display from Kristen Bitter.
Yeah, and here we see Annabelle. Really, really powerful run. Great ball from the inside to score a try, and she's very, very pleased with herself there. What a first game as a prop in the Prem.
So the photos begin. An important moment in the future career, potentially, of Annabelle Meta. We shall see. But Trailfinders have the celebrations to come. They're off to their Christmas party, Flo. As you say, I'm a little worried about the amount of work you've got to do on this snowman, so we'll get you off as soon as we can. But thank you so much for joining us, and we really wish you all the best with your recovery too. A final thought, though, do you think on this side of things, and I've got one more game before Christmas, but how that will be received by the coaches, and was it everything that was asked for was given today?
I think we've still got more to give, and hopefully we can see that next week and sign off for Christmas. We've got Loughborough next week, so I think we've got a few girls who have come from either the uni or some staff that have been involved with the uni as well. So, we really want to show them sort of what we're made of and be able to finish 2025 on a really good note.
Well, look, thanks a lot for your time today, Flo. Best of luck with that as well. We'd love to have your company for the rest of the day. By the way, there's plenty more PWR action to come. We have the 3:05 kickoff. That's on TNT Sports. Exeter Chiefs hosting Sarries at Sandy Park. Always an interesting affair, that one. And then rounding things off today at 5:30 on YouTube. This time, Quins Sale Sharks at the Twickenham Stoop on the iPlayer. So tomorrow as well, Shaftesbury Park is the host for Bristol. They're facing Loughborough Lightning. That's at 3 p.m. as well. So plenty more PWR action to come in round 7. It'd be great to have your company for as much of that as possible. If you've just been stopping by for this one, thank you so much for doing so. It's been great to have your attention and company today. Have a very good rest of the afternoon.
I'm in my new era. I'm better in my new era. I'm better in my new era. New era.